Mike, turn your games down.
Hi, we're a mini episode of Games My Mom Found. I am Mike Albertin, and who's in a very, very quick version of the first two sagas of Dragon Ball Z with me tonight.
Hey, it's me, Son Goku. How are you?
And it's me, Kyle, and I saved a lot of children in this playthrough.
It's actually Dominic. Hello, how's it going?
Hey, you had to save other kids before he could save his own kid.
Yeah, you know.
What are we talking
save
about?
some
Michael
kids.
Jackson's Windwalker?
So we are here to talk about Dragon Ball Z, the Legacy of Goku, published by Infogrames in North America, developed by Webfoot Technologies, and came out for the Game Boy Advance in 2002.
And it had a free poster inside.
I'm assuming it's not cheap now if you want to get the complete box with the poster.
I miss when games used to come with posters and booklets and everything else.
Like, this is important. This game came out before the other Dragon Ball game we've covered together.
Wait, this came out before Legendary Super Saiyan Warriors?
It did.
Oh, damn, whatever the hell that game. Oh, that is weird. That's a Game Boy Color game.
Yeah,
This is a
isn't
Game
it?
Boy Advance game. Oh, that is strange. Did not realize that. And the funny thing is, I have actually done Legacy of Goku 2, and I did Boo's Fury earlier this year, and I was like, fuck it, I should just cover the whole series. And I was missing this one.
And I saw that you hadn't done that yet. I'm like, I can jump on that. That seems easy enough.
I'm curious if you regret that decision or not yet, but
I like Dragon Ball Z. I like the other two games, so it made sense to be here.
these other two games are better, but so I always start with off memories. I first remember playing this game, I want to say on my computer with no controller, because in early 2000s, I was in high school and I was introduced to ROMs and Game Boy Advance ROMs, and I didn't have a Game Boy Advance, so I would play a lot of these games with save states, which is not the way to play them. Not this. Advance Wars is okay. An action game's a little harder when you're just trying to use the arrow keys.
Anything that's like turn-based is all right. But
Anything that's on a grid probably works best with keys.
Yeah, it wasn't bad for anything that was turn-based. It was just action-y stuff like this was really freaking difficult, but I was a freshman. I didn't have money and didn't really know, it was an early computer. I didn't know I could just go out and buy a controller until later, which I did do at Radio Shack.
that's a deep cut. Remember when those existed?
It still did. I had it was a fake PS2 looking controller that I had for a long time, and then eventually I bought adapters that you could plug in that were USB that then you could hook a PS2 controller into, and that was what I used for years in my early emulation days.
Nice.
But that all fits in with this game for me. That's my history. What about you, Dominic?
I had friends that played this. I had friends that played many of the Dragon Ball games. Budokai was a big one too. I always heard about Legacy of Goku 2 a lot more, but I knew this existed, and I always seen it around stores. I'm like, oh, why not?
And Kyle.
Yeah, so this is one I never owned this one either, but I do remember playing it when it came out. Before school, I would walk to school with a friend, and I'd go to his house before we left for school, and I remember playing this game, for 15, 20 minutes at a time before leaving for middle school back in the day. I don't remember a ton. I remember how hard the Raditz fight was for 12-year-old me, and I'll tell you what, 33-year-old me is a lot smarter, and everything about this game was easier.
I mean, yeah.
Here's a fun question. Guess, where on the list of highest selling GBA games this game is?
I would guess pretty high, actually.
I bet it's up there, because, they promoted the hell out of this. I don't know if you guys watched it, but that commercial was straight fire.
Forgot to.
I did not see the commercial.
The kid, comes out the car with Super Saiyan hair, and you're like, hell yeah, I'm in. This game was really well promoted. I bet it's, a top 15 in sales. A top 20, maybe.
Obviously, go ahead.
I was going to say, also, it's one of the early Dragon Ball Z games, because I know, when Dragon Ball Z was on Toonami, there weren't a lot to buy here in North America. Because I remember my friend was a big Dragon Ball Z fan. He bought Battle 22, which is garbage for PlayStation 1 that came here. And I think we didn't have much. So, this was a big deal.
Or whatever you could get out there.
And it was huge, too, that this one wasn't just a straight, fighting game. Right?
Anyway, so say it is sales data. It's never probably going to be the most accurate in the world. So this is last reported. It sold 1.4 million copies, putting it at 28th on the list.
Damn. I'm not
That's
that
impressive.
surprised, though, because, I mean, Dragon Ball Z was huge this time in
Yes.
2002.
There, it's above Mario vs. Donkey Kong and Pokemon Pinball Ruby and Sapphire, but below Yu-Gi-Oh! Worldwide Edition Stairway to the Destined Duel.
Never played any of those games. Only played ever one Yu-Gi-Oh! Game. I mean, so I had a memory that this game was bad, and after talking with you, Dominic, in the green room before we did this episode back when I first played, this game isn't bad, it's just simple. You were 100% right when you said that.
There's a thing I have come to recognize in certain games. It's what I call the conveyor belt game, and that, like, it's not super difficult usually. It's just you just got to do some things, and then you get to the end. And you usually got to figure out what those things are. But the game does not, for once at all, make you feel like you're in like a living, breathing world. It is just, hey, do the thing, get to the end.
Yes.
That's accurate.
Everything about it is bullshit. You got to find the dinosaur egg, find the dinosaur egg. You got to save the kid, save the kid. Nothing matters in a sense.
Basic action RPG for the Game Boy Advance.
This game opens with you finding Master Roshi's porn mags.
I know, I like
Where
that.
did that happen in DBZ?
You didn't?
Well,
but it fits the character.
It's so funny too, because like it follows DBZ, but it also like has a bunch, like you said, a bunch of like stuff that never happened in DBZ. Like Goku's saving the dinosaur egg, and like Goku rescuing random children and a cat so that he can go rescue Gohan.
That princess he finds, she's just on Snake Way.
Yeah, she's there, and he does like. I thought it was really funny that they even dig into like filler stuff, right? Because he falls off Snake Way and goes down to hell, and like you gotta collect the spirits there and the whole thing.
I never knew that was filler until I watched Dragon Ball Z Kai in the last couple months, or last month. I never knew that scene was filler. Nor the Snake Lady thing. I never knew that any of that shit was filler.
So, last year, on my own volition, I played Dragon Ball Z Attack of the Saiyans, which covers mostly the same story. It is so much better, and seems to be more accurate to the anime.
I really, really want to play it. I remember you mentioned it before, and I forgot about it, and then I was watching some reviews, and they brought it up. I was like, oh yeah, I need to play that.
Is that the turn-based one?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Oh,
made by the Xenoblade developers.
On DS.
Yeah, for DS.
And it's easy. Like, you could level up so quickly in that game and just overpower everybody. Oh, man.
You're saying all the words I like.
Speaking of, like, things, I'm looking at that, and it made me think of it. Like, when you just randomly encounter Tien Chaozu before you go find Gohan. Like, yeah, cool. They were around for this. Oh, wait.
Yeah, so the game builds them up, Attack of the Saiyans, and like the end when the one guy comes in, I forget his name, with the sword and does the attack, then he's useless.
Yajirobe.
Yajirobe. He's built up an Attack of the Saiyans too. Everyone has their arcs and they come together, and it's actually meaningful at the end when everybody fucking dies.
Are you pretty educated about Dragon Ball Z then, Dominic, also?
No.
Okay.
I know the general broad strokes, but Attack of the Saiyans was my introduction to like that story actually.
Okay. This is the most like truncated version you could get.
Oh, I believe it.
But to be fair, like when there was nothing out there, I remember this was really fucking cool to me. Like, because I was a guy who didn't watch the show really. Like, I knew who the characters were. I'd seen some episodes here and there. But with Dragon Ball Z, you might catch a random episode on Toonami, and then 3 weeks later you turn back in, and depending on what it was, like they might not be that far, that much difference. But it was just I just never could stick with it because to me it was boring.
Oh yeah, I've seen my fair share of powering up episodes. Never more than a few at a time, but
Kai is so much better.
It is so much better. It's what 90 some episodes versus 218 or some shit. Like,
no, it's not. It's 169 for the full saga versus 200 something.
Oh, that's still way better.
90 something up into the Boo saga, and then the Boo saga is 670. Fucking Boo saga, like 70 episodes.
I don't love the Boo saga.
I do not either, and I can finally say I've seen it all. I'm good. I didn't see the filler, but I've seen enough.
See, the freak in me wants to see both versions.
You can. It depends how much time you have.
I only have as much time on this earth as I've got. So.
Man.
And watch Kai and leave it at that. I mean, besides this game being basic, you get to do the simple things in RPG. Like, okay, so I should say like the attacks. All you can do is you can punch, and you can shoot a ki blast, and eventually do get a few other abilities. But they're really everything just feels, the key blast feels useless. Like it doesn't do much damage.
Yeah, the key blast and like just everything when you're, because like your hits, your punches and kicks don't have any knockback, and so like enemies are just on you. Like I said, when I messaged the chat when I first started playing this, the first dog that I encountered in the woods killed me. Like I literally got killed by the fucking dog.
I had a similar experience of like, oh, this first area, oh no.
Right? It was like, oh shit, this game really
not
fucking
only do
hard.
you get killed, you get killed, and then Goku's an angel. Game over. Start over, motherfucker.
Yeah, it's brutal.
And there's no autosave.
Doesn't tell you how to save. You figure that shit out on your own.
What would have been the instruction book? You know, that came with our legit copies. You know.
Yeah, I mean, I did have a
we all
copy
played.
that I bought, but not with a manual. Not with the box. Jesus Christ! I don't want to spend that much money.
I played this on a Steam Deck the way Nintendo would want me to. So
yeah, I played this on an Ambernick, so same idea.
Imagine playing this on actual GBA with the screen dark as fuck.
I mean, I played Legacy of Goku 2 on an actual GBA.
I did NSP.
Yeah,
I did it on a Steam Deck, I think, or computer. I don't remember if I had a Steam Deck or not at the time. That was like episode 50 something that we did Legacy of Goku 2. That's a good fucking game.
That game is amazing, and like you can see this. This is the biggest gripe I have with this game, having played the others as well. And like, its flying is terrible, and being able to run in the other games instead of fly is so much better. Because your fly doesn't recharge. You have to pick up the stupid wing orbs.
But it's okay. They're literally
everywhere.
They are scattered very heavily.
There's no sense to it. There's no like thought put into it. It feels like they're just there because they have to be.
Yeah, because if you
can't
fly, you soft lock your game so fast.
Mm-hmm. But the good news is you can just save at any point, close out the game, and then come right back in, and you're at full health.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah. Well, and all the items and areas respawn too. So like in the very beginning of the game, like you can fill up on herbs and sensu beans before you even like leave the woods.
Oh yeah.
I mean, to me, that's what made this game playable, is that you can just level up. And I was using a guide a little bit just to tell me like, hey, you want to level up to 25 before you go here. Like, yeah, you want to max out your level before you do this. And they're like, this is how you can easily do it. And that's what I did. And it worked out.
Yeah. But really, there's not a lot of thought you have to put into the game. It's like, yeah, fight this, fight that, pick this up, fight that thing.
Go acquire
if you don't
this
know
item.
What to do, look for someone to talk to, and they'll probably give you a hint. Yep. And it's usually fight this or pick that up, or lead somebody somewhere.
They did do a pretty good job with the follow mechanic, at least, where like if you like fly off a cliff, like they'll like jump down with you too, and so you don't have to like walk super slow all the way around. And like I don't know if you guys felt like this, but like as you level up, right, you're like, oh, speed increased. I feel like I moved at the same speed for like literally this entire game.
Oh yeah, none of that mattered at all.
It was not like a noticeable increase in your speed, and you're like, cool. All of the bosses are fast.
The numbers.
I mean, you do get more powerful in the way that you hit with how quick enemies went down. Like I did notice that as I leveled up.
Sure.
Yeah, other than that, there's no real.
Yeah, there's like no numbers to anything.
No.
Also, the level threshold is just random. It feels like it's not a set increase.
Oh, I did not know that.
Like if you look at the guides, it'll tell you exactly what you need, and some of them are like, especially in the higher end, like okay, this one is 30,000 more, but this one is like 100,000 more, but the next one's like 50,000.
Oh, stuff like.
Yeah,
that's wild.
I feel like this game was probably made very quickly.
Yeah, you can tell that like it laid a lot of the groundwork, and then the other two games were like, oh, we can do these things way better.
I mean, for example, Webfoot Technologies doesn't even have a wiki.
They do have Moby games though. Boy, do they have Moby games.
Oh yeah, Moby games. I forget. I used to use that website a lot for pictures. Back when I used to post pictures of games.
They are and have been one of those just ton of shit kind of places. If you want Texas Hold'em high stakes poker on Windows in 2004, they're for you.
Yeah,
if you want Tonka on the job on Game Boy Advance in 2006, they're for you.
They made a Legend of Korra game for the Nintendo 3DS.
No, they were still around that long.
Their last game was Super Chopper in 2021 on Windows.
Wow. Did they go out of business?
Who could say?
Oh, fair enough. I mean, for what this game is, it's not bad. I mean, it's a basic action RPG. It kind of reminded me of Wise a lot, or Ys, however you say that.
Yeah, in a
Because
way,
instead of
yeah.
bumping, you're punching, but it's close enough to fucking bumping in them.
Maybe that's why I was able to understand it so quickly. It's like, oh yeah, this is real simple. This is like baby action RPG simple.
Well, I mean, it
That
is.
is
'Cause
fair.
It's just like all the areas are really small. There's not a lot of you don't really have to do much exploration because it's pretty easy to be like, oh, I've walked to all of the screens that I can get to.
And everything respawns, like for enemies wise and items wise, just about. Besides the sensu beans, everything else respawns.
Yep.
Like I want to say after Radis, like leveling was just super simple in this game, and I was always able to find an easy spot just to grind for a little bit.
And you just get like so much random XP for just random shit. You're like, oh yeah, I talked to Yamcha about baseball. 5,000 XP. Cool, thanks. Thanks,
There's
game.
there's
Yeah,
shots.
And
You
both give you
XP for each.
Yeah.
I mean,
But
it's
the
just like
fights too are so like
basic.
in
Yeah.
my head. Best case scenario, that's like Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories, where you're like trading bows or blows back and forth, and it's really fast and really frenetic. But this is run around and like snipe people and hope the AI gets stuck on a thing.
Or you just do the solar flare and like stun them, and then
No, I guess I
hit
could
'em.
have done that.
Oh, you didn't do that?
No.
Yeah, the
I just-
solar flare is like super OP.
That's how I
Is it-
beat every
So I
boss.
beat all the bosses because it stuns
Yeah.
them, and then you can actually like hit them.
So I beat
you
like every enemy in this game.
That's the thing, is that it was so simple. Like once you figured it out, it was just like rinse, repeat. Like hit him with the solar flare, do some attacks, fly away, solar flare, do some attacks.
I used
Fly
that
away.
default move the entire time.
The key blast?
You didn't even use the Kamehameha, so you didn't get the little sound effect where Goku actually says Kamehameha in the
I mean, I
terrible
played with it.
GBA
I played with that a little bit,
sound.
but I was fine with what I had.
Oh, like Solar Flare, like, because the guy told me what to do for the first boss fight with Raditz and do the same thing in every boss fight. You cast Solar Flare, you can hit him like once or twice, walk away, wait a little bit, cast it again, hit him once or twice, and rinse and repeat until the game ends.
Yep.
I just did that with key blast, and then
it's so simple.
and I got hit a couple times. Let me get some herbs from the bushes. Okay, I'm healed up. Let's try again. And then if I get stuck, I'll just fly away.
It was,
Yeah.
I mean, I use save states because it's me, and I could, and I did not want to repeat anything. I mean, I did die a few times because it doesn't take much. Even when you're level 30, if you get hit by a guy, you can be dead very quickly.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, your defense is a stat that doesn't exist.
Pretty much, yeah. There is no defense, only offense.
Your
You can
health
kill
level
enemies in
goes
like
down.
one key blast though later on in this game. So
Yeah,
when I was
especially if
like
you
high
charge.
level, they would die quick from key blasts.
Yeah, especially if you like charge it up.
Mhm.
Use more of your key. You can just delete shit.
I mean, so
I
those
wish
parts
I-
were fun.
There was a reason to kind of go back and I don't know, just run through some of the old enemies just for fun, but they don't allow that. There's no reason to.
And
There was-
you
there
kill
was
a lot of
also,
squirrels
like-
in this game. Don't forget
There's
that.
an amazingly low variety of enemies that you fight,
Oh yes.
and you pretty much only fight animal
Until the second half of the game.
The bosses, yeah, and then you fight Frieza's henchmen once you're on Namek. But yeah, on Earth, you just beat up a bunch of animals, kill some snakes, some squirrels, some dogs, a couple of pterodactyls that are different than the pterodactyl whose egg you rescued.
The fucking
Keep in
squirrels
mind.
cracked me up because I didn't know they were an enemy until I randomly hit one with a key blast. I'm like, oh, this is an enemy? I get experience? Okay. So I killed everyone I saw.
And the game is also
So-
obsessed with giving you like terrain
Yeah,
for some reason. You just have to actually deal with going up and going down and like having that be a maze to figure out where to go.
They didn't have a lot to work with.
and you can fly up and down, but sometimes there are barriers. Like you can't fly over the barriers.
And the barriers will go away and you can move on. It's interesting seeing some of the real world elements that are still in the game from the series, like the gym or like the housing development. It's like this makes no sense from like a gameplay or a aesthetic style if you don't know what Dragon Ball is.
Yep.
It's just there because it is in the show, I assume.
Yes.
Yes, I think. I mean, I watch Dragon Ball Z Kai, but this is so quick. Like, and none of
They
this
are.
is, in the game, in the show, really. So it's hard to say. I mean, I think they were just trying to make a little basic world, and make a Dragon Ball Z game. I mean, this game explains nothing really, but it has the basics. Like, for a guy who hadn't really watched a lot of Dragon Ball Z, but knew of it, I mean, I guess I just asked my friend everything and talked to him, and he told me at the time. But otherwise, yeah, there's not a whole lot. But I mean, to be fair, in this part of Dragon Ball, for Goku, I mean, it does cover all his fists. He dies, he goes to the other world. Like, it covers what he does.
Yeah, I mean, it's true to its namesake. It is the legacy of Goku. The other games just added other characters.
However, they also throw in many other things that Goku did in the chapters you don't read about.
Yes.
We're saving all the kids and stuff, yes. I mean, there's not a whole lot in the Saiyan saga they could have done, because most of it is really just fucking them fighting. They fight Raditz, they fight the Cybermen, they fight Nappa, they fight Vegeta. I mean, there's not a whole lot else there to make for a game, so I get it.
They could have had Gohan training.
You could have done something with Gohan and Piccolo, like Gohan in the Woods.
Like the RPG does.
But I don't know.
They put that on the show. Keep talking about it.
When am I playing it again?
Because I am in a super Dragon Ball Z mood lately. I actually finished all of Z Kai. I watched Dragon Ball Daima. Like, this game came at the perfect time when you were like, hey, I beat it. I was like, okay. And then all of a sudden, I'm just everything Dragon Ball right now for me. So this was perfect.
It's a good franchise. There's fun stuff.
I mean, even though the boss fights are simple, like the way we did it, Solar Flare, Punch, like, it wasn't, I still had fun, and like, when you come back from the other world, like, they work in the stuff, or I should say in the other world, they work in the thing with King Kai, where you have to hit the fucking cricket with a hammer, you have to catch the monkey, like, they do it. I mean, it's real simple, but they worked it in.
Yep.
So
no, I liked that you have to actually do the training with Bubbles and Gregory. This is a huge blemish on the game, though, with the fact that King Kai teaches Goku the Kamehameha is the worst.
and he does it because you caught the cricket or something.
Yep. Yeah, you don't learn the Spirit Bomb, you learn the Kamehameha from King Kai. Even though, Goku learned that in Dragon Ball 20 years ago.
I didn't understand why they went with that. Like,
Easy.
They had to known.
You just crunch it all down.
Yeah.
Get it out the door. Fuck it.
I mean, the Spirit Bomb is fucking useless. God.
Yeah, it doesn't work ever.
I mean, it works once.
Yeah, one.
I mean, technically it works twice. It does affect Vegeta, and it does take out Boo in the end.
Yes.
But doesn't he uses it on Frieza too? But I think Frieza survives it, doesn't he?
Yeah, Frieza survives it. The whole Piccolo just gets his ass beat for like 20 minutes while Goku charges up the Spirit Bomb.
I'm sure it was wild being a Dragon Ball fan at this time.
It was.
Because
it totally was.
You have the Game Boy Color game, Budokai, all happening around the same time. Then, next year, you get Budokai 2 and the PS1 game. That's wild, too.
Is that when the PS1 game comes out? The Ultimate Fight 22 thing?
So, it was like an early PS1 game everywhere else, but here it only came in 2003.
Okay. I just remember my friend finding it for $20 at Toys R Us and being ecstatic, and then going home and then finding out that the game was awful.
However, there was another Dragon Ball game, Dragon Ball GT Final Bout, that came out in 97.
Which is also awful, by the way.
Yeah, I haven't played that.
I've never played it either, but I've been down a rabbit hole of Dragon Ball Z games, and like part of me wants to cover all the Game Boy Advance games, which can't happen because there's two of them that I don't want to do. So
GT one, I'm guessing.
No, the GT one I'm actually is a beat 'em up. I'm okay with it. That might actually happen sooner or later because that game will be quick and easy.
You don't need to play the Tenkaichi Advance game.
I don't.
It's just a straight up fighter, but with
garbage.
Shitty Game Boy Advance graphics. It's awful. It's terrible.
And then there's a card game, and I'm not playing the card game.
Yeah, fuck that.
But no, I thought about the GT one. I thought there was a second fighter too, but maybe that's I want to say there's a second fighter for Game Boy Advance too. But that's actually good.
There's a lot of these games.
Oh yeah, I mean this is a huge franchise.
Yeah, there are a ton. It's crazy.
Give it 5 more years, you'll watch more Dragon Ball, and I'll be like, well, I guess we can go back to the card game, huh? You'll be like, yeah.
I mean, it won't even be 5 years. At the rate I'm going to have the entire Dragon Ball stuff finished because all I have left is. Well, Super and GT, and I'm going through the movies. Actually, shortly before you heard this, people heard this recording, they can hear the Dragon Ball Dead Zone and World's Strongest movie recording that we did.
One of those is pretty good.
I like both of them, actually. So
That's fair.
you fight Raditz. I do like when you come back from the other world and you just beat the shit out of Nappa quick, and then you do have a little bit of fighting with Vegeta. They kind of make you like try for it, and they do work in things. They work in the part where he becomes a great ape. They work in the scene where Gohan becomes a great ape. For some reason, they made those sprites, and also you can't forget that they have little one-shot seconds of the show in here. They take a screenshot of the anime and put it on there. Like, oh look, this is when this happened.
Yeah, those were great.
For an early try at doing it, I understand.
Yeah, no, it was.
They were really going for it. Other games did it better in a year or two later. For every one of these, you have a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
I mean, Game Boy Advance had some gems.
The Game Boy Advance was awesome. They made so much shit, and like they were just pumping out like movie and TV show tie-ins for like everything.
I mean, Webfoot was pumping these out.
I mean, there's like a Top Gun Game Boy Advance game, and like that movie came out in 1985.
I mean, because you can make a licensed game and people would buy it. I mean, like I'm sure a lot of them like $20 releases, and you just pick them up at Walmart or something. Or like I've been slowly going back and playing Game Boy Advance games because I missed that system completely when I was a kid or in high school. I didn't have one. I had a Game Boy Color, and then I got a DS eventually. I did play some Game Boy Advance games, but very, very small amount. Most of them were on my computer, like Advance Wars, Onimusha Tactics. So now I'm kind of going back and playing a bunch of them and covering them on the show here and there, like this, just because.
Yeah, GBA was weird for me because I feel like a lot of it was ports of old stuff.
Well, it was like a portable Super Nintendo, right? Because they did all
pretty much.
They ported, I mean, all the Mario games, like Super Mario World, yes. Super Mario World, Mario 3, like even Yoshi's, like all of them are on the GBA as well. So.
Like memories of the system are playing Mario 3, Pokemon, Fire Emblem, and like Kingdom Hearts, that's what it was like in the early 2000s. But
kind of pretty similar. There's some decent RPGs like Golden Sun. The two Golden Sun games came out,
also on this podcast.
And there's some good Mega Man games because Capcom knew how to make. I mean, they knew how to make games for the Super Nintendo, so like, yeah, it's the same, just smaller, right?
Mm-hmm. I think the reason why this game is thought of so badly is just because of the next two games are so good, and I didn't realize they're both only a year later.
Yeah, they pumped these out, and yeah, which is wild that from this to Legacy of Goku 2 is such a leap.
And then they did Taiketsu, and then Boost Fury.
Boost Fury is really fucking good, by the way.
And then the GT game.
It's just a beat 'em up from what I've seen online, but I wouldn't mind. I know nothing about GT yet because that's one of the shows I've never seen anything. Like I know, I barely even know the villains of that one. Like that's the one where I gotta someday sit down and force myself to watch it.
GT starts off really rough. Is the problem is that the Black Star Dragon Ball Surge is terrible. After they come back to Earth, it gets a lot better.
It's good. Once I finish Super, I might go down that road. I don't have a Crunchyroll anymore, so if I watch it, I have to watch it on a website. But we'll see.
I mean, it's cool shit, but like the coolest thing that happens in GT is they turn into Super Saiyan 4s, and like you already saw that happen in Daima.
So. It's more of just to do it to set I did it and to accomplish that task. Because like right before I met my wife, I was watching all of Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z because I was just lonely and sad, and I was like, I need some big project, so I'm just going to do all the Dragon Ball stuff. And I was downloading off the internet, and then when I met her, I just kind of stopped. Well, one, because I didn't want to pirate on her internet account. So
there,
I was like, I just met her. I'm like, I just moved in with her. We've been dating a few months. I don't need to do this.
That's noble of you.
On my own, I didn't give a shit, but I was like, under her name, I was like, I'm not okay with this. If something happened, she'll be pissed, and so I stopped doing it, and I never got. Until recently, then I just got into, all of a sudden I was like, oh, Kai is on Hulu. I have Hulu. And I finished the entire series in about a month.
Nice.
So
all I heard about GT is that like Goku does like some normal thing in it. I can't remember what it is. Like, is that where he gets his license?
Oh, that's in Dragon Ball Z. That's in filler episodes. That's hilarious. Yeah. That filler is great. And then they make a joke about that in the superhero movie, which is even funnier. When Pan is like, Piccolo, you suck at driving. He's like, I never got my license.
Yeah, that's an episode I didn't get to see, but I'm okay with that. So, and then you go to Namek. The Namek stuff isn't bad. I mean, it was fine fighting all of Frieza's goons, and you get to fight 4 of the 5 Ginyu squad. For some reason, they forgot about Goldo. Don't understand why.
It's because Goku doesn't defeat Goldo because you're right. Vegeta kills Goldo. He decapitates him, and then
that's what it was. Okay, and then Goku does fight the others.
Yeah, and then Raccoon kicks the shit out of everyone else, and then Goku shows up and freaking bodies. Like, the fight between Goku and Raccoon and all of the Ginyu forces, just like, he fucks them up so good, so tough.
Besides Ginyu.
I did appreciate that the fight with Captain Ginyu just ends, and you don't have to go through any of the, like, body swapping nonsense.
I was fine with that, because I hate everything about that.
Yep. Same.
So I had no problems. And if you want a more complete version of the whole Dragon Ball Z story, you play that card turn-based game on Game Boy Color that we talked about years ago that Dominic brought up earlier.
Or just Budokai for the PS2.
Well, yeah, Budokai only goes
through the Cell Saga.
It goes over the Cell Saga.
So the RPG ends with going to Namek. So this was almost new ground for me.
Oh yeah, so fighting Frieza and stuff and turning into a Super Saiyan. That's big news.
I mean, the Frieza bullshit, they tried to capture some of the bullshit from the show. The fact you have to fight 3 different forms of Frieza.
That was actually, like, it. I understand why they did that, but goddamn, was that infuriating.
It really makes you feel how he felt.
Yeah, I mean, I guess. I don't know. I was like you're close to the end of the game, and you're like, man, I'm ready to end. I get that way, and fair amount of video games, so like when I get close to the end I get really impatient.
Oh yeah, I understand that. Yeah,
I get that too. I get that way a lot of time with some games where I'm just like, I want this over with, I just want to move on, but that's because I'm insane right now. So
they did do a pretty good job, I will say, with like Frieza's sprites and stuff, and like being able to distinguish that it was each individual form.
Yeah, and they worked in
totally fine.
The alien thing, which you didn't even get in Budokai. In Budokai, you just, I think, get the first form and you get the final form. You didn't get the middle ones.
Yeah, the second and third forms, the big form, and then the weird ass. Like, that third form is just so out there.
The alien thing?
Yeah.
Fucking Frieza makes no sense. I always thought Frieza was a female character because of the voice when I was a kid, but I just remember that. I hated that voice of Frieza when I was a kid. Hated that voice. I still hate the voice of Frieza. I hate Frieza.
Well, and so did you watch the Resurrection F movie?
Yes.
I think it's when he wants to wish himself to be taller. That's why he wants the Dragon Balls.
That's actually a really good movie. Also covered on this podcast.
But not a lot taller, only a little bit taller, so it looks natural.
I mean, hey, to be fair, people make a lot of dumb wishes with Dragon Balls.
That's actually like really well thought out in all seriousness. Like Frieza's a smart villain. Oh, if you watch GT, there's a really funny scene with the panties dragon.
Oh, okay. Because in GT essentially where their wishes are coming back to haunt them or something.
Yeah, they there's like the dark dragons, and they're like fighting them, and they fight one, and they're like, so which wish made you come to be? And she's like, I'm the panty wish.
Okay, I have to Google this now because now I am curious. Oh, and then after you beat Frieza, at least you do get the whole like, he turns into Super Saiyan. You get that.
Yeah, it's cool. And then when he turns into a Super Saiyan, you're a little bit stronger. Makes the fight a little bit easier.
Unless you're like me and you just do the basic attacks.
I mean, I just did Solar Flare and punched him, so it wasn't a whole lot of difference, but
hit him with the Ki Blast every once in a while.
Nah, it wasn't worth it. I mean, there's a lot of complaints you can have for this game that people do have all over the internet. I watched multiple road, and really, I don't have a problem with this game anymore. Like, I think about it, I played it, I'm like, it's just a decent little action RPG. Like, that's it. Fun little game. Simple.
Yep. It just doesn't feel like a game in a way. Like, yes, there's RPG elements. Yes, it can challenge you, but the elements of what you're doing are so simplistic and so boiled down that there's no guesswork almost. Like, yeah, you kind of have to figure out where you're going in a new area and who to talk to, but beyond that.
Yeah, but there's also only like 5 NPCs in an area, and so if you talk to all of them, you're gonna figure it out.
You see the environment, you go to the environment.
I don't know. It makes for a nice, quick little game.
It does.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with playing it, for sure.
No,
and
when
it spawned, the better two games. And so it's like, if this didn't exist, Legacy of Goku 2 and Boo's Fury maybe don't exist. And that's not a world I want to live in, quite frankly.
Because you haven't played 2 yet, have you, Dominic?
No.
You should play 2, and you should play Boo's Fury. Don't buy them, because I don't think they're cheap.
Although they're pretty cheap as far as I know.
Oh, okay, I'm a little surprised.
Advanced Adventure is the expensive one.
Oh, that's a really fucking good game, man. That is worth playing. Don't buy it. Don't buy it. But you should play it.
For a franchise like this that was as popular as it was on GBA, I believe it.
Oh yeah, that's the fighting one. That one we did that one, right, Mike? Yeah, that game is awesome. That game was awesome.
Mm-hmm. I really like that game.
Yeah.
I am curious to play the GT game at some point. Probably wait until I actually understand what GT is at the time. But
Not a bad call.
Just because I don't know anything about GT, that I don't think I would be able to enjoy it without being aware of what GT is.
Are there only the 2 GT games, technically?
There's not much.
The Advanced Adventure GT one and the 1997 PlayStation game? Might be.
GT is just a very hated thing by a lot of people, I've noticed.
Yep.
What I've noticed as well.
People just really dislike it. Oh, no, you have me curious. I wonder if Kakarot has a GT expansion, because that game has a ton of fucking expansion packs that they did.
You know what I've not seen? I've not seen a ranking of how well does each game do the sagas.
That's a fair statement. I don't know. I never really thought about that either. I feel like that's got to be out there somewhere by somebody. It's not me. And there is not a GT thing for expansion for Kakarot. There are a lot of fucking expansions for Kakarot, though. I really want to play Kakarot at some point. That interests me.
I would. Me too.
I don't own it yet because it never dropped low enough that I want to pay for it yet.
We'll get more into it.
20.
We'll get more into it next week, but the Xenoverse games are both also top tier Dragon Ball Z games.
I know what year they came out. I never played those either. I've always bought Dragon Ball Z games when I would see them for cheap, like when I was in my 360 collecting days. I would always pick them up, but I never really got around to really playing any of them. I'm trying to change it now that I'm older and into it, but that's it.
I mean, obviously this can be said of a lot of animes and animated franchises, but Dragon Ball Z... Dragon Ball in general is a franchise that lends itself to video games quite well.
It does, yeah. I mean, I like RPG type styles. I was never big into the fighting games, and that's one thing that attracted me so much about this series in general. It's how much there was to it. And plus, I didn't want to watch the show, so I was always trying to find games that could educate me about Dragon Ball Z without me having to watch it.
Which
this watched all of it.
That's a perfect version of that. This is a great little you would know all the big story beats of what happens in the first 100 some episodes of Dragon Ball in a 4-hour video game experience.
I think the dialogue is terrible, though.
Oh, it is.
Don't look to the dialogue being probably word for word of what it's supposed to be in the show.
It's just bad.
Yeah, it's not. The writing does not shine through.
Oh, Goku, help find my magazines.
I mean, but yeah. His comments when he picks up each magazine is I don't want Gohan looking at this.
I was watching World's Strongest, and there's a fucking masturbation joke in that movie, right in the opening, almost, with Master Roshi.
Yeah. I mean, Master Roshi's a huge perv.
Mm-hmm. It doesn't change either in Daima.
You watch Dragon Ball, and in Daima, when he's young again, that's super funny.
Daima's really good.
Nobody recognizes him.
All right. Anything else to say about Legacy of Goku?
It annoys me. It annoys me that the Nappa fight. It's a video game doing video game things. Goku takes out Nappa in one punch, and Nappa's a very long, drawn-out boss fight.
Well, I mean, it's the same as every other boss fight, for the record.
Well, yeah, all the boss fights in this game are the exact same. They just have a different character on the other end of it.
Yeah.
But that's fine.
But hey, to me, this is another Dragon Ball game reviewed, another one that I got to replay. And I'm just happy I replayed it because my memory was always that this game was shit, and now it's simple. It doesn't mean it's bad, it's simple.
Yeah, that's kind of my situation too. I remember it being a lot worse, and the internet kind of hates on it. So I'm oh, that's a sucky game. This is a fine game.
I mean, just because the sequels are so much better doesn't take away from what this game had to walk, so then to run. for that dumb metaphor. But yes.
And now YouTubers, that's why you can't just say that a game sucks and expect everyone to agree with you. You actually have to do the research.
That's hard for YouTube. I mean, I guess, I don't know. I mean, I guess I'm a YouTuber. I post on YouTube, but I don't post videos. I just post podcasts.
I just get annoyed because it's like you'll hear the same opinions spouted for decades, and then you'll play the game or hear other opinions, and you're like, you know what? Way too harsh. There's more to talk about with this.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, I agree.
But no one wants to admit that once it's a bad game. It's it's a bad game. Who cares?
Yeah,
people really like Castlevania too.
That's a really good game. I did not realize that.
If you grew up with the nerd, you would think it sucked.
Are you talking about the angry video game nerd guy?
Man, I don't know. I like Final Fantasy 13. That game is not well liked.
Not bad. I don't remember it very well, but it's not a bad game. I know that.
It's super linear, which is why people hate it, and that's why I actually really enjoyed it, because I don't mind linear games. I don't mind going just from like, hey, go here, do this, do that. Like Dominic was saying, like treadmill games, right? Like
this is a little different, I feel like, though. 13 has a world. 13 has stuff going on.
Well, yes. From
what little I played of it.
This is a very like simplified down version of that, but
yeah,
linear games are fine. I think they're fun.
Even if this game had more personality in the cutscenes and felt like it was taking its time to show you stuff and have a good time, I wouldn't even think it was a conveyor belt game.
I think you would really like the other two, Legacy of Goku 2 and Boost Fury.
I believe it.
I think you would.
2 is really, really good, and 2 is just the Android saga, and then Boost Fury is obviously Boost Fury. It's just Boo Saga.
I mean, I'm down. I mean, I'll get to them, I'm sure. There's many games out there still to play.
Facts.
What you do is you set a crazy goal to beat 100 and record about them in a year. That's the helps you do that.
I could not do that.
You're an iron. So you're an Iron Man. I beat 11 games this year. 12 if I finish Tales of the Podium.
I am currently at 90 at the time
my
of
goal
this recording.
My goal is to get to over 60. That's my goal.
Oh, I'm at 89, sorry. 89. I'm got to beat a few more. I'm hoping to beat 1 to 2 more this month. Definitely 1 more this month. I'd like to beat 2 more because, I might be playing some really quick shit at the end of next month, though. That's for sure. So.
Hey, that's the way to do it.
Might not have a choice. All right, and I think we should go to Shelf Stacker Box. And Kyle, why don't you lead us in?
I'm going to put it on the stack. It's a good game. It's worth playing. I'm glad that I played it for the show and that I get the full experience of it as an adult and a fan of the series. And I'm glad that, like I said earlier, I'm glad it exists because it allows the 2 better games that came after it to also exist. So it's an important piece in the Dragon Ball video game world. So, yeah.
All right. And Dominic.
I will stack it. This was a cool research thing to do. A very, I wouldn't say important, but an interesting kind of rabbit hole to go down. It makes me want to go back and actually finish that Game Boy Color game.
You really should.
I'll hopefully do that.
That game is not nice sometimes.
I'm not a guy with that.
All right, and I'll go last. I'm gonna round this out and also put this on the stack. I liked it. I had a decent time, as I've already said. Like it just felt really good to knock this off, and I'm happy that I completed this. Really makes me happy. That now I can say the whole trilogy is done in the completely wrong order, and it took me about 6 years or 7 or closest, 6 years. But the series is finished.
Boom.
Well, it has a lot to do with who picked 2, and then I wasn't the biggest Dragon Ball Z fan, so it took me a long time to finally do Boost Fury. Then this was kind of like, this has been sitting on, so when this year started, like I think we did Budokai, I put a picture in my phone of 3 Dragon Ball games, like I'm going to do these 3 before I do other ones. It was Budokai, this, and Advanced Adventure, and you can see how long it took me. So,
I mean, all good games, though.
Yeah, all right, I guess, we'll go to plugs. Dominic, where can people find you at?
I'm on the Dissonant Waves podcast. You can find me on YouTube with that. We upload every week. It's a fun music podcast. We just had an interview going up as of this recording that I definitely spent a lot of time on. It was a labor of love for me. I'm also on the Overblood Facebook group.
Hey, interviewing is out. I don't like doing it, to be honest, but it's good.
I love interviews. They're fun.
I don't know. I record too much. I haven't done interviews in a long time. I also got off Twitch.
I like asking open-ended questions and just have people talk.
Same, but I don't know. I'd rather review stuff than interview people.
Yeah, that's fine too.
I don't know. I did a few. I remember last time I was trying to interview some speedrunners on Twitter, and then I just didn't follow through. I don't know. I always felt weird approaching people that were somewhat famous to me like that. So like a game quick people. Yeah, no, I mean somebody just I just wasn't out. Then I got off Twitter. So yeah, Let's fuck Twitter. All right. After my random rant. If you enjoyed this episode, over 900 other episodes of this podcast. We do movies, TV shows, video games, comics. If you want to hear all our Dragon Ball Z content or Dragon Ball content, there will be links in the show notes to this. I'm making a few. We're getting up there now. So some stuff to check out. If you want to support the show, do it. Patreon, Little Dog, vote in our Patreon polls. We have 1 to 2 polls a month. And if you donate $10 or more, I'll give you a shout out like these lovely people. Phoebe Stanton, the Let's Play Princess, on YouTube and Twitch. And she has her own podcast, Nerds at Broadcast. And check out absolutely the best podcast of Work in Progress with Zach. They talk about the MC movies, MCU adjacent movies. And they are currently talking about the Alien franchise. So check them out. And I want to give a shout out to my awesome intro and outro creator, Helena at Hell Hashfair. You can follow her on TikTok and Instagram. And check out The Gamer Looks at 40. He should be coming back soon. I think December or January he'll be back with episodes. So check him out. And please, and join our Discord. You want to suggest things for the show? You want to be on the show? Join the Discord. It's free. We're always happy to have new people join us. And please follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Threads, Blue Sky, YouTube, wherever you get your podcast, and rate and review us wherever you get your podcast. And that's everything I need to say. So we will see you guys all next time. Bye, everybody.
So long.